Hello and welcome to another episode of Google Sheets learning series. In this episode, we will look at few basic things on how to create a spreadsheet, name or rename a spreadsheet, copy a spreadsheet, moving and deleting a spreadsheet, and finally we will look at how to import Excel file or .csv files into an existing Google spreadsheet. Let's begin. To create a Google spreadsheet, you can go to your Google Drive and from there select your desired folder wherever you want to create a spreadsheet. Then right click inside that folder and click on Google Sheets. Or you can click on New on the top left and select Google Sheets from there. It will start a blank workbook, a Google spreadsheet with untitled spreadsheet on the top left. Unless I make any sort of change, it will not be saved on my drive. If I go back to drive, I do not see anything here. But notice, even if I type a letter A in the first cell and go back here, you can see it will quickly bring me that Google's spreadsheet. It may take a moment to pop in, but stay there. It will come up. Unless you make any change, it will not reflect here. Even a minor change, Google will instantly save it and bring it into your drive. There is another way of doing it. If this is a blank sheet we just created, you can create a Google spreadsheet from a template. How do you do that? You can go ahead and right click here. Instead of clicking on Google Sheets right there, just click on this arrow and it will show you a blank spreadsheet or from a template. If I select from a template, it will bring me all the templates available for me. If you are inside an organizational account, that is a paid Google account, you will see that organization tab here. That will show you all the templates available to you, either shared by your colleagues or the admins inside your organization for your use. If you do not see any template here, you can submit a template if that has been enabled by your administrators. You can go back to General tab and select any of the available templates. If you are in a free account, you will not see this organization tab. For example, this is my free account. If I click on Templates Gallery from here, I do not see the organization tab, because this is a free account. For the organization's account, I will see a tab. Remember that point and you'll be good. From here, I can simply select any available templates or I can stick to the blank spreadsheet. So for now, let me be on the blank template. Now let us begin by clicking on the untitled spreadsheet we created a moment ago. I double click on that. And to give a name to this spreadsheet, it is still saying untitled spreadsheet. That's not a very good name. I can simply click on the top left where it says untitled spreadsheet and I can say my first spreadsheet and I can press enter. That will give that sheet a name. If I go back to my Google Drive, it says my first spreadsheet. That's how you name a Google spreadsheet. Now, how do I rename this file? There are ways of doing it. First, we'll look at how to do it from the Google Drive. Right click on the file you desire to rename and select rename. And to your my first spreadsheet, add say version 1 and I click OK. Now if I go back to the Google spreadsheet that is already open in my other tab, you will notice it shows Google spreadsheet V1. So that's V1 has been added to the file. Now if I desire to change it furthermore or change it from within the Google spreadsheet, all I have to do is click here and add point 1. And I can click outside anywhere or just press enter on the keyboard and it will rename the file. Or I can also click on file and click rename. That will also do the trick. So this is how you name and rename a spreadsheet. How about copying a spreadsheet? We know how to create, name and rename the spreadsheet so far. Now let us take a look on how to copy a spreadsheet. There are ways of doing it. First, we'll look at how to copy it right from the Google Drive. I right click on this file and I select make a copy. It will create a copy of this file with exact same name, but there will be a string added to it that is copy of, then the name of the file that you made a copy of. So it's easy for you to identify, okay, this is a copy and my original file is intact. I can double click and open this file and start renaming it, or I can right click here itself, rename it and remove that copy of Word and V1.1. Instead of that, I'll call it V1.2 and I can click on OK. So this is a copy of my file. Notice how it created a file in the same location. Each time you create a copy of a spreadsheet, it is by default created in the same location where the original spreadsheet is. Now, if I go back here and I would like to create another copy from within the spreadsheet, all I have to do is click on File and then select the option which says Make a Copy. From here, I can simply remove that copy off, and instead of v1.1 I'll say v1.3, and it is creating in the same location. Instead, I would like to create it in another folder. I will click on that one and select my desired folder from within the folder structure and click Select and then click OK. Now this new file will be created with a new name. It will not be on my root directory. It will be moved into the folder I created it in. You see that one? So this is how you copy a spreadsheet from the existing Google spreadsheet. And you can copy a sheet also. For example, you click on the sheet name and you can copy it into a new spreadsheet or an existing spreadsheet. So if I say copy into an existing spreadsheet, it will give me all the spreadsheets available on my drive. And if I select that one, it will create a copy of this spreadsheet. It will ask me to click OK or open that spreadsheet. If I just open it, see that copy of sheet 1. That's the one that has been created into this spreadsheet. So you can create a copy of the entire spreadsheet or just a sheet inside that spreadsheet. Now let us close all this. Now we know how to create a copy of an existing spreadsheet or a sheet from within the spreadsheet. Now let us take a look at how to move a spreadsheet. If you are willing to move a spreadsheet from within the sheet, all you have to do is click on File and then select Move. From here, you select your desired folder and then click on Move. It will move your spreadsheet, and on the top it will give you a notification that this file has been moved. If you desire to undo that action, for instance, you might have done it accidentally, or maybe you want to move other way. So you can quickly click on Undo, but notice this has to be done quickly because that notice will go away in few seconds. There is another way of moving your spreadsheet. You go back to Google Drive, select that sheet that you desire to move and drag. Click your left mouse key, do not release it, drag it on the drive. It will expand the drive, and then move it on the folder you wish to move inside. It will expand the folders inside, and then you can move it inside any of the existing folders, or you can move it to the root of your Google Drive. For now, I'm going to move it to the root of the Google Drive. Drop it there. You can see a notice that it has been moved. If you desire to click on Undo to undo that move, click on it quickly because that won't stay long. If I go back to my Google Drive root folder, you can see that file has been moved to the root of my Google Drive. Now, how do I get rid of a Google spreadsheet? There are plenty of good ways of doing it. You can select the file and click on this bin icon on the top right, or simply click on Delete button on your keyboard while the file is selected, or right click on the file and then click on Remove. Each time you remove any of your files from Google Drive, those files will be moved to Trash folder. We will take a look at that folder in a moment. First, let us go to Spreadsheet itself, and from here click on File and click on Move to Trash. This will move this file to Trash folder. That is, it will remove or delete the file from your Google Drive. And when you do that, from within the file you will see a pop-up which says the file has been moved to Trash. It's like a recycle bin of your Windows. Now it says take it out of Trash or go to Google Sheets home screen. I go to Google Sheets home screen. I do not see those files that were moved to Trash. How can I access my Trash? If you are on Google Sheets home screen, you click on this menu icon and go to Google Drive. And from there, you can access the trash of your Google Drive. Click on the trash and you can either restore the file to the original location or you can delete it forever. If you right click on that existing file which is in the trash, you can delete it forever and you can restore the file. That's how you can quickly manage the items that you have deleted, maybe accidentally. Now, we know how to creating, naming, copying, moving, and deleting a spreadsheet. Now quickly let us look at how to import data of Excel in your Google Drive. Let me go to Google Drive's root directory. Let me right click here and click on Upload Files. When I do that, I have option to select any of the files, CSV or XLSX. I select XLSX, that's the latest Excel file extension. I click Open. It will be uploaded to my Google Drive. In the previous versions of Google, we were not able to edit the Office documents from within the Google Drive, but now we can. Earlier, whenever we used to import the file and click open it with the Google Sheets, it used to create a copy of Google Sheets as well as keep the XLSX file on the Google Drive, but that's not the case now. All I can do is right click on this file, open with Google Sheets. Now it won't create another copy of my file on Google Sheets, but instead it will open that file, and on the file notice how it says .slxx near the name. That means this is the Office document. I can make changes, close it, and those changes will reflect in my Office document when I download it. And also notice a ribbon on the top that says some of the Excel features cannot be displayed in Google Sheets and will be dropped if you make any changes. You can click on view details and it will show you some of the information about it. You can click on learn more to learn more about what kind of changes will not be reflected. Let me click OK. Now if I just go here in the file menu, you will see it says save as Google Sheets. It will not show this option if it is a Google Sheet document, but since this is an Office document, it shows save as Google Sheets. I can do that, and this will open a new tab, and in the new tab notice the name will not show .xlsx extension anymore because this is now a Google Sheet, proper Google Sheet, because this has been converted. Now let me close this one too, and go back to my Google Drive. Now you can see I have two copies. One without an extension, that's the proper Google Sheet, and you can see the icon is different from the one which we imported, that is the Excel file. Now let me open this Google spreadsheet. We have seen how to import the Excel file inside the Google Drive. Now let us take a look on how to import the Excel file into the existing spreadsheet. I have my spreadsheet open. I click on File and then I click on Import. Then I can select any of my existing Google Sheets, or I can click on Upload. Select a file from my computer and I select this file. It will give me few options. Some of the options will be available based on the file type, and some of the options will be grayed out. Would I like to create a new spreadsheet using the imported data, or insert a new sheet in the existing sheet, or replace the spreadsheet? The moment I select that option, you can see the options in the bottom are changing. So let me say insert a new sheet and click on import data. It will create a new sheet inside my existing Google spreadsheet with the data that I just imported. If I desire to import another type, that is, say for example a CSV file, I do the same practice. I click on File, click on Import, upload the CSV file. Now when I select the CSV file, notice I have different options. Should I create a new spreadsheet, insert a new sheet inside the same spreadsheet, or replace a spreadsheet, replace current? There are plenty of options you can play around. For now, we will select insert a new sheet. Let me select the separator as automatic. If you know very well if it is a comma separated or a tab separated, you can insert that option, select that option accordingly. Or if it is a custom delimiter, you can select that one. Let's keep it to detect automatically to keep it simple. And let's select this option also to yes and click on import data. Now you can see it has created a new spreadsheet with my CSV file on it. So this is how we manage Google spreadsheet with different options. In the next episode, we will look at how to edit a spreadsheet and enter data, insert data, plenty of things in editing a spreadsheet. So stay connected and keep learning. Practice more to retain your learning. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, click on that little subscribe button and click on the bell icon to receive notifications from my channel. Stay happy, stay lovely. Until next time.